Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days and we're in May, but it doesn't matter. Whenever you click into this reading is when you're meant to see it. So we're going to focus on not only the next 10 days, but we're going to get into your current energy, what Spirit wants you to know, and then the last row, we're going to sort of do a little spying on your next 3 to 6 months and see where things are progressing to. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this doesn't resonate, please check out those other placements because it's not going to resonate for every Taurus out there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your energy. If you've been with me before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I hope you'll stick with us and subscribe. If you do, please do hit that notification bell so you guys get notified when I put up new videos. I've noticed that a lot of times people don't get notified. So happy birthday to all the Tauruses out there. I hope you guys are enjoying your month and having beautiful birthdays. Let's go ahead and get into your energy. This looks good. You know, it's funny because the message that I got prior to actually starting your reading was a lot lighter. It just felt like your energy has started to move away from things that may have been disappointing in the recent past. I know the last couple readings were about letting people go. This is really good. I see a lot of letting go, releasing disappointments, not losing sleep over things that weren't working anymore, and finally reaching that point where now the tables have turned. Your overall energy is the Four of Cups. This could be that somebody wants to come towards you, and I don't necessarily think that you really want to entertain this. I don't think this is the other way around. I definitely feel like this is somebody coming towards you. And to be honest, I recognize the three. I always see that in the card, but for some reason it's standing out to me significantly today. So it feels like you're paying attention to those three cups. In other words, you're filling up your own. Maybe you have other options. And if this person does try to come in and offer you something, it feels like somebody that might be from your past. I just don't think you're going to entertain it anymore. This feels actually really good. It's like there's an excitement in the air is what I keep feeling. Very fresh and free, and like you've just released a lot of stuff. So with the Ten of Swords in reverse, this is amazing because that means that you're not letting those things get you anymore. You've really released a lot of pain, a lot of difficult times, and put them behind you, because then we have the World card, which is amazing. That means this new cycle in your life is beginning and you're allowing it to, and releasing all those things is going to help you move forward and get into the place that you really have been desiring for a long time, probably. They just said for the last couple of years. And then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. You could be dealing with a fire sign, a Leo, Sag, or Aries. So this is not feeling defensive anymore. Like, you don't have to have your guard up all the time. If there were some pretty harsh lessons that you had learned from, let's say, a previous relationship, then this tells me that you're sort of letting your guard down just a little bit as this new cycle starts, because you realize now the things, maybe patterns that had been repeating, and you don't want to repeat them. And that's why you've been able to move out of that sort of stuck energy, or that feeling of, I can't move, I don't feel good, or this has just hurt so much that I don't really want to move forward. Well, now you're at the place that you're coming out of that energy and moving into the new. So the Eight of Wands in reverse with the King of Swords. So somebody, this feels like someone who, again, isn't communicating. Maybe there was an expectation that this person might come back and say something. But I think if they do, it's not going to be now. So what Spirit wants you to focus on in this case is how, hang on, they're giving me like three thoughts at once. You don't want to move too quickly into something brand new, but the energy of being really clear about how you feel is going to be super important. There may have been cases in the past where there had been, let's say, if there was a third party Not saying there was for everybody. Again, this is a general reading. But if there was, or there were situations that you felt you needed to speak on and you didn't, and you feel like you want to now, they're just saying be careful, because the energy right now is strong with Cancer in Mars, which I'm not sure where that placement fits for you, but they brought it up, so I'm just going to say it. You don't want to move too quickly and cut too deep if you do have the opportunity to speak up about how you feel. I feel like there's some friends that maybe you want to have this discussion with too. Maybe there were some disappointments there and you felt really stabbed in the back. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We had the Nine of Swords and then the Ten of Swords. So that's feeling really disappointed in relationships in general. Maybe there's some family that you need to have a discussion with and you're not quite ready to speak up about it. But when you do, they just want you to be careful, because the King of Swords really cuts sharp. So this is all about the forward movement. That's good. That means you're not going to deal with any BS anymore. You're going to cut through any of that stuff, because you're not going to tolerate not being able to say how you feel, or people not speaking their truth. So again, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is getting over all of those disappointments. If you felt really betrayed by someone in the past, you're releasing this energy. And then we have the Empress. Male or female, doesn't matter. You're moving into this energy now because you realize your worth. You could have been doing some spiritual practices as well that have helped you move beyond those disappointments, and realizing some of them were lessons, some of them really sucked, but you had to move out of that energy in order to find yourself again and move towards the things that were really going to make you feel good about you. They're talking about like the outer aesthetic is going to be really important. So maybe you need to focus. Please don't come at me. I don't mean it like being superficial. I just mean that you're going to want to feel the best that you can possibly feel now. It's like maybe there was a period of time where you had stepped back and hadn't been taking care of the things that you normally would have that make you feel really good about yourself. They're just saying, now that you've gotten beyond this, your energy is there and you can take those steps to start taking care of yourself the way that you used to, so that, you have the energy because you're not being drained by other people. And right now you just can't see exactly what it is that's coming. It's kind of like that surprise energy from the universe. Knowing that there are things that you really want to push forward with, just not knowing yet. The good thing is that you're in this energy. So as you keep moving forward and keep putting that energy, effort, and whatever it is that makes you feel good about you into you, that's going to help you start to see how the future is going to unfold. Yeah, so I want to look at this from this direction as well. And again, those disappointments, those people that really hurt you, I feel like maybe there wasn't an opportunity to speak up about it. It's just like there wants to be, but it hasn't quite happened. I feel like you're going to speak your truth if you haven't, about the things that you felt were complete betrayals or disappointments, things that you just felt kept you down, or in some cases depressed. And then the next row with the World and the King of Swords and the Empress, that's beautiful energy right there. So I want to show you in this direction, because that says a lot. As you make these changes and close out this cycle and start the new, that's when you're going to start feeling more powerful, like you can speak about what it is you've been feeling. And that's when you step into that Empress energy, because you stop putting up with other people's BS and you actually speak up and tell them the things that bother you. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify the Nine of Swords and the World card. I also think if there's something going on at work and you need to speak up about it, this is a good time to do it, because things are going to be changing. I think maybe something's going to move into a different direction for you. This could be just a few people, but that's going to make you feel really good, because once you speak up, this could be about you possibly getting a raise, and that makes you feel much better, and that allows you to also put more time and energy into yourself the way we discussed. So the Five of Cups tells me there was an emotional disappointment, and then we have the Star card, which is beautiful, because that tells me that you're getting, again, past this energy of feeling either stuck in a work situation or stuck in a relationship that wasn't feeling really, obviously, emotionally fulfilling. This is just a whole new cycle. So with the Star card, something that you've really been longing for, I don't always say this with the Star card, is coming towards you. And I think you need to hold on tight because I don't think you're expecting this. Some of you could actually end up in the spotlight. I don't say that always. You probably don't listen to all my videos, but with different signs, this can have different meanings for me. And right now, I think this could be that you could actually be up in, they just showed me someone up at a podium in front of a group of people. Maybe you're a speaker or someone who, what else? They just talked about reading. So maybe you write and you're going to be reading a part of a book out loud. I don't know. There's something that has to do with that. If that's for you, there's definitely something in this message for you. It just looks like something beautiful is coming towards you, and you're going to be really, really excited about it. All right, let's see what we've got for the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords. So we have the Six of Wands. This tells me that in the past where you haven't had the ability to move forward or to speak up, that's where you felt a sense of kind of lack. It's almost like that feeling of being stuck, because the Six of Wands in reverse tells me that you never felt like you, not victory in the situation necessarily, but that you just didn't feel like you got across the things that you needed to get across. And that could have been in a relationship, because we have the Lovers there, and then we have the Two of Cups. So where you may not have felt like you were victorious in the past in relationships, that's going to be changing, because that King of Swords energy is teaching you to speak up about how you feel and where you've been disappointed, where there may have been third-party energies or things going on that you may not have spoken on when you thought they were happening, and now you're going to be able to speak up on that because you feel much better about who you are and where you are in your life. And that's when I feel like there's another energy coming in. So if you're dating, this feels like there could be a possibility that an ex is going to try to sneak back in and tell you that they still feel like you are the light of their life. Here with the Star card, that you're their everything. But I think you're going to have a choice. This makes me feel like you might have a choice between two people. And one's going to be pretty passionate and intense, so it's going to be hard for you to decide which one you really want to put your energy into. Okay, so with the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Empress, we've got Temperance, which means right now, just have patience. If you feel like you really want to move forward quicker and you can't, the Justice card is on the bottom of the deck, then the Spirit's just basically saying have patience, because things are moving forward very quickly. With this particular Justice card, she is absolutely stunning with all of her gold. This is you looking and feeling, male or female, your absolute best. Not about being superficial, just feeling really good in your own skin and feeling like you're finally getting justice in situations that you may not have gotten in the past. If you've got anything legal happening, I don't get a strong sense that there's anything severe. All they said is something about being a lawyer. So if you're a lawyer and you sign paperwork with people regularly, there's something about just telling people that they needed to read the fine print. Something that's very specific. Anyway, so moving on, then we have the Knight of Cups. So as soon as you feel like you've gotten beyond this, gotten your justice in the past situation, even though you may be a little bit impatient with moving forward with things now that you've gotten over the past, this is saying that somebody new is going to be moving towards you. So that energy that I was sensing before with the Two of Cups and the Lovers tells me that something brand new, male or female, is coming in to say, hey, I'm really interested. You know, they may not talk about love in the beginning, but they have emotional availability. It's a small amount. It's not the king, it's the knight, but at least it's feeling better than what you were dealing with in the past. And I think that's also going to make you feel really, really good. Everything that you've done to move beyond the past is now shining up. It's all about energy. So it's almost as if you're glowing now. That's what I want to say. You're glowing. Glowing up. That's such a silly term. Hey, we all use it. It's true. You actually are. You're glowing up. And it's incredible energy. It's beautiful. All right, so I didn't mention in the beginning, I do want to get your person's energy and then your energy. I wish I had said that. So if people didn't want to stay around for the regular and just wanted to hear that, they could have heard it. So stick with me and think about whoever it is that's on your mind. We'll get your person's energy and then we'll get your energy. Okay, so as I shuffle, go ahead and think about that person. And we'll see what's going on with them. What's going on with Taurus's person? Whoever's on your mind. Well, this person loves you a great deal. Okay. Yeah, they're putting down their defenses. I think you see, okay. Well, whoever you're thinking about, doesn't matter whether it's somebody from the past or someone currently. You could be dealing with a Leo. We're also dealing with some strong water energy. Actually, guys, we've got all the signs here, so I'm not going to specifically say because I'm not feeling one necessarily over the other. Maybe Libra is going to be one of the strongest, and or Leo. Right now, the Sun in reverse. I think this is just the person that you might be thinking about is not as happy as they know they could be. They have a great deal of love for you. They know things were imbalanced and they might have been defensive about it in the past, and right now they're just a little bit scared to come forward. They've got a bit of passion, but they could be a little bit immature in how they communicate just because they're uncomfortable. Insecure. It doesn't matter how old this person is. When they come in with that page energy like that or aren't able to because it's in reverse, it just tells me that there's a little bit of emotional immaturity. Doesn't mean that this person doesn't love you a great deal with the Nine of Cups. I feel like they have a tremendous amount of passion. Maybe they don't know how to show it, but they're putting down their defenses. They want to come towards you and they want to let you know that they know things are imbalanced and that they hope that there's a possibility that things could move forward. Now here, you've taken off the blindfold and you've moved on. This is really quick, fast movement. It feels like you feel like you got your justice in the situation and now you're looking forward like, I've got the world in my hands now. Just like we discussed throughout the reading, you're looking amazing, you're feeling good about yourself, you've finally gotten over the hurt and pain and disappointments of the past, and it just seems like you really want to move forward. If this person comes towards you, this is someone you want to be with, then I'd say they're going to pick up on this energy, and maybe when they come towards you with what little bit they may have to offer, you may just say, you know what, I've moved forward because I've done all this work, and I don't really want to do that again. Or if this is somebody you're dealing with now, they're seeing the change in you, and it's really attractive to your person. They just don't know how to tell you. That's so funny. That's a totally separate message. They don't know how to tell you that they really admire all the things that you've done, all the work that you've done. That's really beautiful. Pay attention to the red flags: wedding, new love, and then deception. Someone who's wearing a false mask in this relationship, I think this might be the past person. Like I said, they have an immature energy that doesn't feel great. It's not bad or deceptive or really horribly manipulative. I think they're just emotionally immature and they don't know how to deal with relationships in general. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Same thing. I think that's about the past person. This could have been somebody you were married to. Again, we saw the Justice card twice, so it could be that you're considering either leaving the marriage, filing for divorce, or you may have already divorced this person. And then after that, we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This could be part of the reason. I'm not saying there was any cheating involved, but when you put all this energy that I've seen in this reading into yourself and you start to feel that way, that's when new energy starts to become attracted to you. And I feel like, honestly, if I had to say what I'm feeling, I feel like you've outgrown whoever this person was. And that's why all of a sudden these new people are feeling that attraction to you, because you've raised your energy. And now new love and new experiences are starting to work their way towards you. Now they just showed me the star card in my head, which means they're things that are really gonna excite you in your life and make you feel like $1,000,000. Okay, so let's get one last love related, I can't talk, card. This is the Lover's Oracle, and then we'll get your regular Oracle cards to finish out your reading. This is such a beautiful card. We have, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. I feel like this is basically saying that you realized in the past that that wasn't working, and that's not how you build on a relationship. So moving forward, that'll be something that you're really conscious of in new relationships. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your Oracle cards, and we'll close out the reading. What else does Taurus need to know for the next 10 days? So in the next 3 to 6 months, I just want to go back to that in the original spread. Because the Justice card was there and I've got it again, I definitely think there's a possibility that somebody's either going to be filing for divorce, or if you're already in the process, then it's going to be finalizing within the next 3 to 6 months. Unfinished Symphony. I feel like this is closing out that cycle with that relationship, ironically. This is coming up. It's a 10. It's brand new beginnings. So closing out that cycle, and we had the World card in your current energy. So it's beginning that new one as you close this out, get out of this relationship, or possibly file for divorce. Again, there's so many scenarios. So you could be one of those things. You could be in process. Whatever it is, you're starting new. This is the 10. That's a beautiful energy. And then we have Yang, balancing out those energies within, the masculine and feminine energies. And then soulmates. This is what I feel like you're moving towards, because you have raised your vibration, and now the person that you're really meant to be with, probably for the Aquarius, is all about finding that person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. No, it's not going to happen for absolutely everybody out there, but I do believe this energy is for you, whoever's watching this. This is coming for you, and I think it's going to be super stable. It's going to make you really happy. And then chaos and conflict. The 33, this could have been what you were dealing with before. You could have been seeing a lot of threes, because the universe was trying to explain to you that you need to balance your energies, your mind, body, and soul. And that's how you're going to raise your vibration and come to a place of peace, and then find that person that you were so hoping to find that would be your soulmate. Okay, Taurus, that was such a beautiful reading. I hope you stuck with me to the end. If you did, thank you so, so much. I really appreciate all of your donations, the personal readings that you've been reaching out for. Also your likes and comments. I really do appreciate that. And if you enjoyed your reading, please do subscribe and join us next week in my next video. Love you guys to pieces. Have a beautiful 10 days. I'll see you next time. If you do want a personal reading, by the way, it is in the description box below. Take care.